This is Janine Schultz from Sling TV. How are you guys doing?
Good.
You look amazing. What do I? Wow.
Look at what God has given us. This kingdom, a son, and each other. So few ever know this happiness. We are strong. God save the Queen! It is strength enough.
I think, you're watching the show, like, Catherine technically is very relatable. I mean, if you take away the royal destiny and the time period, she's this woman who's struggling with infertility, and her husband is going to eventually cast her aside for a younger model. And so I guess what can viewers, and especially female viewers, take away from her journey?
I mean, I feel like you've just said it. Like, that's what I've been trying to say in interviews for the last 3 days, and you just nailed it. But it totally is. Like, I really want to have kids. I really want to have a husband one day, or a wife. I don't know. I want to be able to have a career. I don't know if I can juggle it all. I don't know if I'll be able to have kids or I'll be able to have a career like that. There's stuff goes on in my mind all of the time. And it's the exact same stuff that goes on in Catherine's head. It's just that for her, it's 10 times more heightened. So that this story to me personally felt really important because it felt almost like my story, I guess, or what I would be scared that my story might end up like. But in the same way that I feel like it's probably a lot of women's stories, and yeah, that I just think is really important, because it was really important that this didn't just feel like a historical piece about these kings and queens who were at a remove in beautiful castles. It feels like it's a study of the human condition.
And then I guess fans really ship the relationship between Lena and Oviedo. And I just wanted to know, what do you think it is about, that passionate love affair that makes fans go wild?
I think our relationship in the show is just so real and honest, and it's relatable. I think the key word there is relatable. I think a lot of people can see themselves going through similar emotions that Lena and Oviedo go through. I know countless men who've chased a lady for a very long time to just be told, you don't earn enough money. Do you want to come back when you get a better job, and then we can sort things out a little bit? I'm only joking. But I think it's the honesty of how they are and how their relationship blossoms and grows, and you see a lot more of that in part 2 as well. So I think people resonate in just the relatability of it.
For me personally, I just love the fact that they're functioning. I mean, through all the turmoil and everything to get together. I mean, part 2, you really just start to see that they're just a functioning couple who love each other and whose foundations are built on trust and communication and just the simplest values. And I think people really enjoy that about them, because sometimes it's really just nice to see people who love each other and respect each other on screen. And I think that's probably why people ship us, because it's the kind of relationship we all would love to have, just a peaceful, loving relationship.
Relationship goals, man.
That's it,
Is there a particular scene or storyline or interaction between characters in season 2 that, you're really looking forward for people to see, or were your favorites to film?
For me, the relationship between Henry and Catherine, I think it's seeing people who just fall in love and live happily ever after is beautiful escapism. And that was so much about that in season 1. But watching 2 characters who love each other so much, but who tear each other apart during the course of a season, that is much more gripping to me. And also feels really honest, because breakups are so messy. And I mean, not all breakups, but most breakups that I have been through are really messy and filled with being brought back together and then coming apart again, and feel really toxic a lot of the time. And I think that these are 2 characters who never stop needing each other, never stop being pulled towards each other. Catherine knows, even when Henry's treating her so badly, that she should walk away, but she can't, because she loves him so much, and she almost is angry at herself that she loves him so much. And that feels you know, like a lot of my relationships. So yeah, I think it's a really brilliant piece of storytelling.
Yeah, and what I'm excited to see is like they were amazing
Your
things to
relationship
play.
with Charlie Brandon.
No, it's actually the Scottish court, because they film their scenes entirely separately to us, and they have a really different vibe and energy.
They're also really good,
and they're really good.
Yeah.
Like the few scenes that we have seen.
I'd say.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see those scenes and how they marry with the rest of the tone of the show. And I think it's nice to have a different element in season 2 that isn't just a continuation of the first. So hopefully the audience will be excited to see that too.
I hope so.
Going into this season, you know it's the last one. It's not a matter of will it be renewed. I mean, this was kind of the end of the story. And I guess for both of you, what were some of the positives and negatives going into the season knowing that?
Well, it's really sad to know that, you know, this is going to be the last one, but the great thing about it is that it kind of, you know, when something's about to end, you kind of embrace it even more. So just from the day we stepped on to set again, I was just like, I just love my life. And I just and so I just made the most of it, because, you know, just to be able to be given the opportunity to do what you love, and then do it with people that you love and respect and get on with, and who care. And I mean that with everyone, not just the cast, the crew, you know, everyone at Stars, and, you know, it's just great. But it is sad because I'm going to miss Lena. I thoroughly enjoy playing her and giving her memory justice.
I mean, there's any positive to knowing that? It's just sadness.
And I think there is. I think there's something quite satisfying and delicious in like bringing something to a conclusion. And that's not just going to be, you know, go on for 4 more seasons and then limp across the line. We're going to go out on top, you know?
No, I would like to have done this show for 7 series for the whole of my life. I would have been like, it was really nice in the first season because we kind of like finished it, and it felt so sad and overwhelming, but we kind of always knew in the back of our head that like maybe we were going to get to come back. And then this season, I just really didn't want it. I really didn't want it to end. But I mean, I also feel, yeah, you're right. Like it was satisfying to I got to take Catherine all of the places that I wanted to take her, and she really went through everything. So I feel very satisfied by her story, but just really sad for myself.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun, and thank you for the compliments.
I also love your hair. I feel like, yeah, like Catherine.
There are others the king looks to.
Do you want me, Henry?
I wish you could be a wife instead of a soldier.
But then I'd be someone else.
You show strength and courage. You are the queen.
England is a land of women and children in our army's absence. Someone must defend them.
You dare to defy me? I am king!
Men and women of England, I promise you, I would never stop fighting